Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to the debut episode of The List. I am Mike Rifkin. What the list is people in the sports world who have ticked me off so much so that I have made a list and a compelling reason on why they have made this list. Think of it kind of like Santa Claus, but there's no nice list. But we start I'm going to start with the NFL on this list. And the first person who honestly, they should feel honored that they're going to be the first person on this list. I'm going to put NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell on this list. And I say that because the NFL owners meetings are took place earlier this week. And Colts owner Jim Irsay had a lot of things to say when it came to the Washington Commanders owner Daniel Snyder and his future as an NFL owner. Last week, ESPN dropped a bombshell article talking about Snyder and how he feels about other owners in the league and, how NFL owners have a mob mentality, how Snyder has gone about his business since revelations of the lawsuit against him have gone. So Jim Irsay said he thinks it's time that the owners vote to see if they can get Snyder out. Roger Goodell shortly afterwards said there is an ongoing investigation when it comes to Dan Snyder and that there won't be a vote that takes place soon enough. And we are waiting on the findings of the investigations. Now, Roger Goodell was very diplomatic in what he said because he has to kind of play neutral. But the reason I put Roger Goodell on the list is, for once, there was an NFL owner, and I give Jim Irsay a ton of credit, with the guts to say how he felt about Daniel Snyder. There has not been a guy in the NFL who has had the guts to at least put his name to it on how he feels about Daniel Snyder. Jim Irsay was the first guy. And Roger Goodell poo-pooed that with, there's an ongoing investigation. Well, Roger, here's my challenge to you, because I know you're listening. When you find out, when you get the findings, release them to the American public and have us dictate the fate of Daniel Snyder. Because Daniel Snyder should not be an NFL owner anymore. What he stands for the league, what he stands for that entire organization is not good. Daniel Snyder is an awful person. And he should lose his football team. Absolutely. If you read what the New York Times has had on him in the past and other lawsuits in regarding of how he treated employees, in particular female employees. So Roger Goodell, instead of puffing your chest out and saying, you know what, Jim Irsay is 100% right. You took the coward's way out, Roger. And that is a challenge to you to release the findings once they are made public. You make them public. So Roger Goodell, congratulations. You are the first person on the list of Rifkin. Person number 2 on the list, New York Yankees manager Aaron Boone. After the Yankees lost Game 2 of the ALCS, Aaron Boone thought his team got robbed based on the roof at Minute Maid Park being open. The Yankees lost the game 3-2. But Aaron, the roof had no bearing on you winning or losing that game. Your offense continuing to be stuck in the mud is the reason why your team lost that game. I don't care how hard Aaron Judge hit a ball that didn't go out. I don't care how Alex Bregman hit a ball that did go out. The fact is, you scored less runs than the Houston Astros. And the only way you could score runs in game 2 was because Framber Valdez made a massive error, allowing you to get the 2 runs you scored in the entire game. Now, I'm not old enough to remember a Billy Martin. I'm not. But do you think Billy Martin, do you think Joe Torre, or even a Joe Girardi would make the excuse of the roof was open, that's why we lost? No. Aaron, you are the manager of the New York freaking Yankees. Put your big boy pants on, come in front of the media and say this: we've lost 2 games in a row. It bleeping sucks that we lost 2 games in a row, but now we have to go home and take care of our business. That's all you have to say. Or come out and say, I wish our bats would wake up. Instead, you hid behind another excuse, and it's lame. You represent the most recognizable team in the world in the New York Yankees, and you come out and you make excuses. Aaron Boone, you are a fraud of a manager. You are not a real manager. You are a puppet. And I don't like the fact that a puppet is making excuses for why his team is down 0-2 in the ALCS. Put your big boy pants on. You tell the media what's really going on, and you own it. You freaking own it. It was open for the Houston Astros as well, and they beat you. So I don't want to hear any of your lame excuses. Same thing with you, Luis Severino. I don't want to hear how hard Alex Bregman hit the ball or how hard Aaron Judge hit the ball. Difference is Bregman hit a ball out of the ballpark, Aaron Judge did. Aaron Boone, you've made the list. The final person on the list for tonight's debut episode is the entire organization of the Los Angeles Dodgers, a team that won 111 games this year, franchise record. Lost in the divisional series to the San Diego Padres in 4 games. Then GM President Andrew Friedman announced manager Dave Roberts is going to stay on as manager next year. By the way, Dave Roberts has won 1 World Series, but it's 2020, and I really don't count it. Also, because if Kevin Cash was smart and it left Blake Snell in, the Dodgers may not win the World Series. Who knows? We don't. So this all-star team failed to win the World Series. It failed in its attempts to keep another puppet in Dave Roberts as its manager for no reason. The best team money can buy can't buy a World Series. That's pretty funny to me. But it goes off to the bigger topic that I wanted to hit on, and that is these dopes who are MLB writers, analysts, I really don't care, who said the teams with the best record should get to pick their way, basically, through the playoffs, navigate their own way, because the bye hurt them, instead of playing in the wild card series. Guess what? No. Embrace the chaos. Why do you think people love March Madness? It's chaotic. It's beautiful. You want to, we don't care if the best teams go and win the World Series. No, embrace the upsets. Let's have fun. I love the fact that the Dodgers aren't playing anymore. Not because I'm anti-Dodger, but because everyone said they're going to the World Series. They're going to the World Series. They're going to the World Series. They're not. Embrace the chaos. Stop making excuses and execute. It's not the Padres' fault that the Dodgers couldn't hit with runner in scoring. Well, it was. They pitched to them. But the Dodgers couldn't hit with runners in scoring position. Is it the Padres' fault. Dave Roberts and his ineptitude pulled Tyler Anderson, who was like the Florida Georgia line and was cruising in game 4 before his bullpen blew it for him. No. Stop making excuses for people. So Dave Roberts, baseball writers and analysts, Aaron Boone, Roger Goodell, you've all just made the debut version of the list. I'm Mike Rifkin. Now, if there's someone you want to put on the list, comment. Let me know who you want put on this list, and I'll happily do it for you. But to check this out, go to YouTube, the Sports Insanity Network YouTube page. Check out the website, www.thesportsinsanitynetwork.com, for blogs, for vlogs, planes, trains, and automobiles. I'm Mike Rifkin. Have a tremendous weekend, everybody, and namaste. And do the right thing, or you'll make the list.